I hear the sound of plastic cases shifting. Then, hey! Loud, sharp, and angry. I open my eyes quickly, bro. The clerk is halfway around the corner, pointing out at Aerith, and he's like, she's stealing! Okay, get ready for one of the most cornballiest situations you've ever heard. So, it's funny that I never actually told this story, but like, in all honesty, I was going to, but I just felt that maybe it was really cheesy, but whatever, bro. Here goes. So, this actually happened back when importing games were essentially like getting your hands on forbidden relics. Like, no Play Asia, no digital storefronts. Like, bro, no just, I'll just download it later. Like, if you wanted a Japanese-only game, you had to either A, know a guy, B, know a store, or C, date a woman who looked like she stepped out of Final Fantasy and knew what she was doing. So with that notion, we're going to be talking about my friend Aerith here. And for those of you who don't remember, really cool friend of mine, really cool goth chick friend of mine, really awesome person, got me into a lot of crazy situations. It is what it is. And somehow she always chose to hang out with me. Still don't know how I pulled that off, I'm not going to lie to you, bro, but whatever. So here's what happened. We met at the bus stop after school, and it's cold, it's gray, it smells faintly like diesel and broken dreams, but it is what it is. She's already there, leaning against a pole like she's in a music video nobody can afford to pronounce. I'm not even lying. He waves hi, I wave back like a malfunctioning NPC. She hugs me tight, and I immediately forget how my posture works, but I thug it out. Now, normally, she'd sling her bag over one shoulder, but today she was holding something behind her back. Not in a subtle way either, like, I'm full on hiding a hidden sword like posture. I squint and I'm like, what are you hiding? She smirks at me, the dangerous kind of smirk, and she just simply says, nothing. That was lie number one. So we get on the bus, and for whatever reason, it's packed. Like, bro, there is no seats. Standing room only. She wedges herself in front of me, like, and her back against my chest, hands still tucked behind her like she's protecting state secrets. I still don't know what the flip that package is that she's holding. Every bump in the road, yeah, it was low-key problematic, but it is what it is. I'm still trying to be respectful, but the bus is literally doing parkour. I whisper, you're gonna have to tell me what that is, or I'm just gonna assume it's a weapon. Now, I said that jokingly, but, bro, she leans her head back just enough to whisper in my ear, and she's like, you'll like it. That sentence alone should be illegal. Now my brain's firing off theories like, is it a shirt? Is it a figure? Is it a weapon? Is it a cursed artifact? Like, bro, what are we going on here? So, meanwhile, she's giggling, finding this humorous and whatnot. I'm just there, wondering what's going on. The bus driver hits a pothole so hard I can almost see my ancestors, bro. Like, a lot was happening in this situation. So, finally, we get off downtown. And we live quite a ways away from downtown, I'm not going to lie to you. So, she grabs my hand immediately. Bro, now at this point, I'm half jogging, half being kidnapped by this chick. We stop in front of this tiny Asian video game store, the kind that has Japanese posters taped to the windows, consoles you didn't know existed, and a bell that judges you when you walk in. Seriously, on the console thing. Bro, have you ever heard of a Wonder Swan? Yeah, me either, but that's where I first saw one. So, she freezes. She's like, okay, don't freak out. By the way, have you noticed whenever someone tells you don't freak out, it's like something never good. Like, it never leads to peace. It's always some type of stress. Anyway, bro, from what I remember, that store was just really weird. But, like, it had, like, a lot of plastic, a lot of cardboard, a lot of posters, and it just was what it was. Behind the clerk was this really huge fat guy. And, like, he looked like he just had dead eyes, man. Like, he's seen too much. He's just kind of chilling there, doing whatever. We start browsing. By the way, she's still hiding the item on her. I don't know why she was moving so suspicious with it at the time, but it was really bizarre. Like, she was still hiding it aggressively. At this point, the clerk is actually staring because it looks like she's actually hiding it behind her back because I keep trying to, like, playfully see what's going on. So, yeah, I promise you could feel the fact that this clerk was just dead-ass staring. Like, he was staring into my soul, but, like, I could barely see him, so I just tried to ignore it. But then Aerith grabs my arm. And she's just like, close your eyes. Yo, at this point, I'm shocked. I'm like, what? And she's like, close them. Bro, I do. I trust her. Despite every survival instinct screaming not to do it in this random video game store I've never been to in my life, downtown, I do it. I hear the sound of plastic cases shifting. Then, hey! Loud, sharp, and angry. I open my eyes quickly, bro. The clerk is halfway around the corner, pointing out at Aerith. And he's like, she's stealing! And at this point, this is where shit gets so weird. I wasn't going to tell this story for real, man, but it is what it is. So, time slows down. Like, I swear, it gets weird. Aerith is kind of like, does he mean me? Still holding the game case behind her back like a raccoon caught mid-crime. The clerk says, put it down! I look at the case. I recognize the spine instantly. My soul leaves my body. Bro, okay, so, here's what it was. So, she had a game behind her back. and it was Bleach Heat the Soul 7. Like, at the time, it was for the PSP, and at the time, you could not get this game in the United States. You had to order it. And this is before you, like, you know, downloading was a big thing. So you had to, like, physically get your hands on these copies or these games. It had to be imported. And because there was an importation, there had to be an import fee. So it made these games even way more rare in, like, 2010. Like, it was crazy. So the fact that she got her hands on it, I was like, yo, this is insane. How'd you do it? I don't know. It was nuts. Like, my brain was going like, yo, what the flip? So, in confusion, panic, and, you know, to protect Aerith, because I know Aerith. I'm like, she's not stealing. I shout, but, like, you know, not too loud. The clerk says, then why is that behind her back? Aerith turns bright red, which is impressive for someone who almost dresses like a vampire like daily. She bursts out, it's a surprise! Silence. The clerk blinks, I blink. A kid browsing Yu-Gi-Oh cards pauses like he just witnessed a lore story. Like, it was weird. So, she turns to me mortified, and she's just like, I wanted to buy this for you. I didn't want you to see it yet. I was gonna give it to you outside. But I also want to get you another item in here with it. She was so weird like that. She was such an awkward turtle, honestly. But she was like a really good person. Like, I'm bewildered because she's really awesome, man. And low-key, my heart's doing a backflip because I really appreciate that. The clerk slowly lowers his head. You could have just held it normally. And she snaps back and says, I panicked. It was what it was. So awkward. It was one of those awkward moments. Like, man, she was an awkward turtle, but she was awesome. I immediately step in. I'll pay for it. I swear. She's just romantic. The clerk sighs. He just goes, bring it to the counter. Bro, she wants to get me this cool Ichigo figure with it. Like, yo, she is so fire. So, it was what it was. So, she brings it to the counter. Like, she's been walked to the gallows. She's like almost head down. I'm trying not to grin like an idiot. He brings it up. The receipt prints out. He slides the bag over. Then, without emotion, he says, next time, don't hide things behind your back. She mutters, next time I won't be coming back here. And outside, she hands me the bag. I open it. There it is in Japanese text in perfect condition. Bleach Heat the Soul 7 in mint condition. I look at her. She, like, I'm so shocked. I'm like, you almost got arrested. She shrugs. She's like, it's worth it. Bro, I hug her hard. She laughs. She's like, I knew you'd freak out. And I'm like, I did freak out. So, am I the best person ever? And I immediately nodded. It's like, no hesitation. She smiles. Mission accomplished. And that is the story of how my dope goth girlfriend, Aerith, almost committed grand larceny to get me a copy of a Japanese game that you could not get anywhere else. Oh, bro, I told you this was going to be corny, but it's a sweet, corny story. And just in time for Valentine's Day or after Valentine's Day, it is what it is. Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I might just do videos like these moving forward because they're quick and a lot easier on me as I draw and animate other stuff. As always, man, thanks for checking it out. Shout out to the Patreon guys, man. You guys are the ones, the lifeblood, helping this channel stay afloat and stay strong. And I respect y'all. I appreciate y'all. Guys, as always, I will talk to y'all in the next one. Do me a favor. Take care of yourselves. Have yourselves a good one. And I'm gone. All right. Later.